The armed conflict in Colombia dates back to the 19th century, when hostilities between the two main political powers began. The liberal and the conservative parties grew stronger during the War of the Thousand Days. Since that event, Colombia has been facing a violent period. This conflict intensified in the 60s with the emergence of the guerrillas, primarily the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, also known as FARC, and the National Liberation Army, also known as ELN. These groups are the result of social and political exclusion, unequal distribution of lands, and social injustice. Initially, these subversive groups were mainly made up of farmers who penetrated into the Colombian jungle to fight against the central power for a more just and inclusive Colombia, a country for everyone. However, with the arrival of the cocaine in the early 80s, the guerrillas were profiting from this illegal activity and began to kidnap and murder civilians and public figures, mostly political congressmen, judges, and mayors, trying to make a wake-up call to the country and the world, setting this way new precedents of violence in the territory. For more than 40 years of armed conflict, the guerrillas have killed approximately 220,000 people. They are also responsible for the disappearance of 25,000 people and 4,744,000 refugees in the period between 1958 and 2012, where 82% of them were civilians. The FARC is one of the biggest guerrillas in the country. The leader of this group was Manuel Marulanda, aka Tiro Fijo, who made his first appearance in 1962. From there has been a spread vicious contest between the army and the guerrillas. However, in the last years, major leaders of the FARC were killed. So, the guerrilla group was weakened but not finished. Following this, it was decided to initiate the dialogues for the end of the armed conflict between the FARC and the government on November 19 of 2012 in Havana, Cuba. 5 points will be stipulated into the agenda to negotiate with the FARC. First, rural development policy. Second, political participation. Third, end of the armed conflict. Fourth, drug trafficking. And fifth, restitution of victims. Please subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. You can also follow us on WordPress.